Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Little French Homestead. My name is Sherry. If you are new, welcome. We're going to be doing some mixes today, some dry mixes. I'm going to be needing to keep these in my pantry, and I thought I could bring you along while I make some for my family. We are doing some cream of chicken soup mix, some homemade bouillon mix, and a Lipton onion soup mix. I have my recipe here, but I will link all of it down below. That way you can go ahead and make it up and link it to whatever you need it. This is gonna start with the chicken, cream of chicken. So we are gonna add 1 cup of flour. I am running a little low on flour, but that is okay. I do have more in the back, but as you so all eloquently know, it's first in, first out. So actually that comes right to the top. And you know what, let me get a funnel, because if I know myself well enough, I'm gonna spill that all over the place. So we're just gonna funnel that in here. And actually I'm just gonna add that last little bit. This here is now damaged. I've broken it a couple times, so I'm just gonna get rid of that one. I have another one already. All right, so it's 1 cup of flour. We have powdered milk. This is also requiring 1 full cup. And then I will also leave the measurements down below for how much you're gonna use per recipe. I haven't figured that out yet for myself, so I will leave it down there. We're going to need 2 full tablespoons of dried powdered chicken broth. Come on. And then we have 1 teaspoon, and I'm going to actually measure these all out, of dried parsley. Sorry, 1 tablespoon, not 1 teaspoon. Of dried onion and dried parsley. And then we are going to use just 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now I just realized before I started filming, I was looking for more of my garlic powder, and this is all I have. Now I buy in bulk over at Sam's, and I guess apparently this weekend I might need to go and get some more. All right, so this is your, what did I do with my lids? Oh, they got hidden way back here. So this is gonna go ahead and just sit on your pantry shelf. You want to make sure that you give it a good little shake before you go ahead and use it. You want to make sure that all of your ingredients are thoroughly mixed. And like I said, I'll leave the directions down below on how to use that. I forgot to add them on here, so I don't know off the top of my head. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make our bouillon mix. You want to grab a 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. And I'm just going to put this in here under half. And a little bit more. There we go. You want 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And as long as you keep these in a cool, dry setting, you should be fine for about 6 months to a year. So you should be good on that. This one here is going to be 2.5 tablespoons. Okay. And that was onion powder, if I didn't say that. We got some turmeric and black pepper, thyme, and oregano. All of those are at a 1/2 teaspoon each. I got these cute little lids on Amazon. This really helps me out in the kitchen. Whoops. I will go ahead and link those down below as well. I love them. If my camera girl can go ahead and take a quick picture. I use them on all of my products, especially if I use them quite often. The ones that I don't use quite often, like my cumin, you know, I just have a regular airtight one on. And then my other ones that I use quite often, that's exactly what I do. All right, so I probably could have done that in a smaller jar, but that's okay. This is my homemade bouillon mix. Now you're just gonna go ahead and give this a shake up. If you wanna turn that into a chicken bouillon, you could add a tablespoon of chicken. If you wanna do beef, add a tablespoon of beef, mix it up, and there you go. All right, and the final one now is the Lipton onion soup mix. So I do want to just put that aside for a second. We are going to go ahead and grab out some other ingredients. This is your dried minced onions. This is about 3/4. Well, I'm just going to use all of it. How's that? That way now when I go to Sam's Club, I need to get some onions too. Gonna put that all in there. Now I love this. You can use this onion soup mix for a French onion dip for your chips and stuff. And that is a really easy way and a very more healthy way to have some chips and dips. At about 1/3 of the beef bouillon. And my onion powder. We have a lot of chips in our house, and that is really, really good. You're gonna add a little bit of sour cream to that, and then you just mix it to your flavor base. Usually, like if you do like a package of the Lipton onion soup mix, normally you would go ahead and use one package, and I think it's either like 1 or maybe 2. You know what? I do have some onion mix in here. I do have, even though I do make a lot of homemade items, I do usually keep the real stuff as well. Onion, so it's okay, yep, so it's 1 envelope of this and 1 16-ounce container of sour cream. So when you do that, you're gonna wanna then mix that all thoroughly all up together, and then that's how you can make your own French onion dip. So we did the onion powder. We are now adding a 1/4 tablespoon of celery salt. That should be good. And then some black pepper. And then we have a little bit of parsley, and then the sugar and paprika. And see how wonderful this is all. It's all healthy, good for you, and it really comes together quite quickly, especially if you do already have all of these ingredients. And just don't forget to label them as well. I know in the past, I have sometimes forgotten to label, and then I wonder what it is. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and move that out of there. Give this a quick little shake. Now this is probably a full package worth. So if you wanted to go ahead and that's what you would do with your French onion dip. Now what I will do is bring this all back over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just give this a quick little mark just to remind myself. Cream of chicken and Lipton soup, and I want to write at least the month. Whoops, it is now the 10th month I am so sorry. Boy, this year's going back so fast. By the way, happy Halloween month, people. We love Halloween in this house. And we're going to start decorating really soon. I'm going to take you on the little adventure when we go ahead and do our decorating. I done a couple of years ago, but I didn't do it last year, of this really cool idea that I have for making ghosts to hang outside. So I'll bring you along when we go ahead and do that. All right, so here we are with some very easy, quick mixes. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. If you like these videos, go ahead, like, share, but most importantly, go ahead and subscribe. Leave comments down below, as I always love to hear what you guys have to say about any of the recipes, or if you want to share one of yours with any other subscribers that are on my channel. And as always, keep on cooking. Bye.